Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Eric at EM Motors and Launch Vans, just here on top of 8th Street to do another video here of this sweet 144 high roof that we just finished up. A little different this morning. It's it's morning for one. Doing a little shakedown this morning, trying to capture some of that lighting here at the earlier part of the day. But anyway, so this 144 that we just finished up for a customer, he originally bought it from us and had it pretty minimally upfitted. So we just did a bed, heater, fan, little electrical system, just a couple simple things like that. And he's been using the heck out of it and came back for the complete build now. And so we're pretty stoked to show off this beast. We don't do a ton of 144s. So it's kind of refreshing to see something different other than a 170, as much as we love those. But it's a 2022 144 high roof, 4-wheel drive. And then it started its life as a crew van. And we popped the windows out and ended up doing some different setups here. He did choose to do an AMA slider on this side. And then the rest are C.R. Lawrence windows. So we have some 10x33 awning windows here. And then on the other sliding door side, we have the T-vent awning window. But yeah, it turned out beautiful. It's awesome. Kind of threw a lot of goodies at it, as you can already probably tell. So yeah, it's pretty cool. He has the triple R lights that owl sells, and then we did a backwoods bumper with some LP6s in amber. Got some fogs, Baja Design fogs in amber there down below too. Some hood line squadrons also. Kick some light out to the sides for your ditch lights if you want. So yeah, it looks really good, lights up the night really well. And yeah, at night it's just so key if you're trying to avoid deer, especially if you're driving as it's getting dark. It really helps light up the night if you can take advantage of those lights on the front. And then we do have some lights under the awning here, some rigid scene lights here. We have a Flatline Van Company standard roof rack up top with the F45S Fiamma awning. Here's that T-vent window I was telling you about, and then another 10x33 in the bed area. We have tried and true Van Compass Falcon fully adjustable suspension, which the washboard was super nasty coming up, and it just softens and dampens that ride up, helps support the extra weight of the van with the build in it. And so even though these vans are designed to haul a bunch of stuff, just they don't do as well without the extra support of the suspension. And then we got the Baja bracket back here, so hopefully never have any issues there. Mini leaf pack. We do the 4.3 stage 4.3 kit on 95% of the rigs out there, but you can mix and match some different stuff there. We do have some Baja Design S2 lights up top on the roof rack to give you some rear light, some backup light, which is awesome. We've got a nice hitch installed that accommodates or sticks out a little further because this has the factory rear step. We have the Owl tire carrier, which looks good. Have the Owl ladder here and steps, which I'll show you. Forgot to just point out, just locking fresh water access there, so it's super nice to not have to worry about spilling water as you fill up your van. It also self vents. It's a little easier to winterize your van if you're in colder climates. And so yeah, so we have Owl ladder, awesome. We have their steps. He elected to go with some Max Trax mounts to his steps. So great way to store some extra gear if you want to. Little shore power plug-in, 30 amp shore power plug-in for the Victron electrical system, which I'll talk about in a minute. Let's see if I can get up here. The owl ladder is super tight to the body, and so paper towels up here. Super tight to the body, so it just gives you a little extra clearance on the tighter trails. So 144, we tried to pack a little bit of everything up here. So up front we have the Star mounts, Gen 3 Star 12 volt conversion kit and mount for the Starlink. We have Dometics RTX 2000, which we've tried a lot of units, and so far it's very impressive. Super low draw on high, and it seems to do some of the best cooling that we've seen at, you know, anywhere from 45 to 55 amps draw at 12 volts. So very impressive for what that thing produces. Highly recommended. Dometic RTX 2000. Got as much solar up here as we can. A little 150 watt panel from Riches. Little max air fan. And then, yeah, just the standard roof rack. You can put some decking pieces up here. We may, in the future, if anybody needs more solar, you can put some other skinny solar panels here on the side. But yeah, limited on space, but we made it work here. The guys cleaning last night, getting prepped for delivery. Sun's getting ready to come up and over. Get back down here, that falling off. All right. So this has some black rhino. These are the Overlander wheels, I believe they're called. And then, of course, some BFG KO2 all-terrain tires. Those things just seem to work really well on, off, and in the snow. On off-road and in the snow. So, super stoked with those. What else? Standard roof rack from Flatline is comes out wider on the body. It's finished off with a nice fairing in the front and in the rear. So we're if you don't go with the more expensive Safari version of their racks, it's a great alternative, and it looks good. So it gives you a little bit more room up there width-wise. Anyway, look at that thing, looks good. Hear the coyotes making some noise there. Yeah, we do have a worn winch, synthetic line. Under the hood, we have an ARB twin compressor with the. They have a cool. ARB has a cool app, and Alvans sells this kit. You may be able to buy it elsewhere also, but they have the ARB little kit that you can Bluetooth in and regulate your front and rear tire pressure. So when you're deflating, you can deflate and refill your air and match, because the front PSI is a little lower than the rear PSI, and so you can have all four connected and going at once, plugged in to deflate or to inflate back up when you air down to smooth out the ride off-road, and then airing back up before you get on the pavement. So super cool. He has a port here to access for air, and then a port in the rear here. So bam, right there. So you just plug in and air up or air down. So let's open this bad boy up. Turn the garage lights on. So big systems in this. Anytime we're running 12 volt air conditioning, that's going to be the biggest draw for the longest period of time, and so, you know, the proper electrical system so that you can run and really utilize that air conditioner and obviously the other devices in this unit. You know, we definitely recommend a bigger electrical system. So this one has a 600 amp hour Victron battery electrical system with a Victron 3000 multi-plus inverter charger, and then all the Victron components, the distributors, a servo, a color touch GX display, which I'll show you. So all that stuff ties into the servo, so you can see on your display the solar input, your whether you're bringing in shore power or not, using the inverter and AC current. You can kind of see what you're pulling out of the batteries. You can see your DC current. So super cool system, very robust, tried and proven. It just works. And so we're super happy with Victron systems for that reason. Anyway, that Victron system's housed over here, and then we have a water system over here. I believe he's stuck with the 22 gallon water tank, and then you have the 4 gallons from the IsoTemp Slim 4 gallon electric water heater. And we like to stick with the IsoTemp, or I know we've used the Bosch, but the electric water heaters, and then keep the air heater separate. And we use the S-Bar S2, or now the S3 air heater from S-Bar or Eberspacher. It just works. We like having the heater under the passenger seat. You know, there's times where you want to have your door open. It's a little chilly. You can be sitting, sipping off on your coffee there at the front door, and you know, having your heater on, keeping your legs nice and toasty, and then the noise, you know, is up front here while you're sleeping. We've tried some of the hydronic systems, and you know, sometimes you put those more mid-van or in the rear of the van, and they're a little noisy if you're trying to sleep, if things like that bother you. And then they're a little bit more complicated if you start to have problems. And so it's just so simple, and it works when we do the air heater and then the electric water heater for the water. And then you have you know, hot water at your galley, hot water for your shower out the rear. Sometimes we'll doing shower stuff inside. And so yeah, anyway, long-winded there, but we like doing the IsoTemp Slim 4 gallon. It's just been proven, no issues on a lot of our vans that we've built over the years. So anyway, so yeah, mixer valve here, and we love this longer hose, coiled up hose, so you can really get away from the van and, you know, reach your gear, your bikes. You know, if you're trying to rinse your gear off, rinse dogs, kids, whatever you may be, or shower out the back here, and you have your mixer valve to mix your hot water set up with. We have a light here for we have garage lights, your water pump, so you can, if you forget to turn your water pump on or off from up front, you can do it back here also. So that's super nice. And then we have a ball valve that drains your fresh water tank. When you hit the button, it opens the ball valve, drains your fresh water. And then same with the gray water in the sink. Another ball valve on that tank, which I'll show you. But anyway, so we have some nice Max L-track with the nice little arrows. Finish them off so you can mount all your gear. We have some track there, and in the back here you can put your gear here and kind of tie and strap over to secure it if you want to, or you can put some bikes and fork mounts back here. And then we have L-track on the boxes in different areas to tie stuff down as well. And then we tried to have outlets where you're going to use them, so you have some 110 back here outlet, and then you have a 12 volt cigarette lighter style plug here, and then up top in bed you have USB USB-C charging on both sides for devices. So super cool there. Here's the 10x33, so you can peek out the window, see who's rummaging around your van at night. Turn those lights on. Max Air fan here. Shout out to XPLR, Explorer Outfitters. Nice topo insulated window covers and fan covers that are awesome. There's kind of the brains and some of the electrical over there. Have a little 12 volt, is it Sirocco 2 fans. That thing swivels and will move and push some air wherever you want it directed. So sometimes you just need to move a little air in the van, you know, to cool it down. You don't necessarily need the air conditioning in some of the areas when you're camping, and so that's super nice in conjunction with the fan. You can also crack these 10x33s and have the fan on low, pull some air across your body. It feels super nice for ventilation. And having that a little CA Vans paper towel holder, shout out to them. Customer ordered that from them. We got some nice under cab dimmable task lighting. We have some overhead shelf lighting. We have an entry light here above the sliding door. And there's the Dometic RTX 2000. We try to make it pretty much flush in the ceiling here so you're not losing headroom or head clearance. Super important to us. We have some sweet L-track up here in the corners so you can mount all kinds of different things. Use different mounts and hooks for packs, hats, mugs. We have some more under the cabinet here just to take advantage of hanging maybe some additional gear, jackets, and things like that, versus the hooks that Mercedes gives you behind the seats. Doesn't work so good all the time. So we like doing that there. We do have on all our builds bracing for additional cabinets and L-track if people want to add that in the future. So it's all behind the scenes there. So we try to think about all of that and future-proofing some of the builds that we're doing, so you don't have to worry about that. We have the bug wall screens here. This one also has a zip in, so once this is deployed, you can zip in and have a clear plastic, you know, so you can have this open during winter and retain your heat, keep rain and things like that in, and then also you can block your, kind of have all your gear blocked for privacy, so people aren't checking out what you have. Give you access to your breakers and fuses and things like that. We do have Nation's second alternator dedicated to rapidly charging those big batteries when you're using that AC a ton and using a bunch of power. And then we have the wake speed to control that and talk to the batteries. So anyway, got to have access to that in case you need to reach that, pop a fuse out or something. See what your water level is. You should check out this sweet lawn sill, lawn ridge floor. It's been one of the most popular choices for our customers, including myself. Always looks nice and sharp. And then this tweed, for reference, is the Duramax tweed. It's the darker, one of the darker grays that we use, and it looks really good. We do a lot of lighter tweed as well, but really digging that. Custom bed. So with this design, which I'll show you in a second, but we ended up having to do custom basically wheel well boxes and bed system with some removable panels here. Customer didn't want to do flares necessarily because Well, I'll show you here in a second. Just the size of the bed is a little shorter north-south than normal, but plenty of room to go kind of diagonal, and then shorter people can sleep north-south still, or east-west. But we wanted to get a sink, fridge. We have a dry flush toilet by Laveo, and some drawers and stuff like that in here. And so, plus a couple of sweet captain's chairs, swivel captain's chairs from CVC. Super comfy. So, you know, we're fitting a lot into a 144 with no flare. So, yeah, I'll just kind of show you some of that and how that turned out. But yeah, that custom bed in the back, tied up with the wheel well boxes, worked out really, really well. The guys executed that good. Great. We have, so this was a crew. You cannot get factory swivels from the crew or on a crew. So we have some super low pro swivels on the front. And then we have, let me tell you about these seats a little bit more. So these seats can slide 6 inches one way or the other, and then they swivel. Let's see if I can do this with one hand here. So yeah, you release a swivel, and you can move these around. I mean, the table's a little bit in the way, but pivot this table here, see if I can swivel this a little bit more. But yeah, if you really wanted to set up, you know, and just chill right out, look right outside your sliding door, you could. As the sun starts to poke up. Beautiful little morning here. Yeah, these JMGs, I can't remember if these are 20 or 24 wide. But yeah, armrests, as you can tell, they're super plush and comfy, yet they look sharp. And then we have a pedestal, removable pedestal table, super low profile in the floor. So you're not going to be stubbing your toes. This just slides, screws out, and then all you're left with is just a little tiny lip there. Most people put a rug down anyway, so definitely not going to be a problem there. And then yeah, you have another swivel plush captain's chair there. The guys have been grinding. We're a little bit behind in the shop, so shout out to our crew here at launch. Really just humping it, trying to get these builds out for our awesome customers so they can get out and enjoy their vans. And so had to stop by and get some DK donuts there. If you're in Boise, stop by and get their maple bacon bars if you like that. Got them some goodies here. But yeah, you got a nice little table. You guys can all, you know, munch on some stuff, play some card games up here, and kind of just hang out. If you want to, out of the weather. These guys do some gaming, and so they have a pretty high-end monitor here for gaming. And then sneak in the back here. Got the PS5 here, and we have a little double controller and stand for the PS5, and then it's a cooler too. So anyway, bam, super cool. Keep your gear stored and charged here. See if I can get that. There we go. So yeah, we just have some 110, some 12 volt stuff. The monitor, of course, it's hard to do with one hand, but this thing wiggles and moves all over the place. You can, you know, watch a game outside, turn it outside if you want to. So super cool. And it's, you know, we can move this in L-track if we want to. And then we have, yeah, we went with a Dometic sink. They're shallow because we wanted to get as big of a fridge as we could here. So we have the Isotherm 85 drawer, which has a lot of room, and a good sized freezer still, so super important there. Little bottle holder there. But yeah, so we went with a shallow sink here because we got to get all the plumbing there. And then we also have an Acuva, ACUVA, water filtration system. Super nice, with a separate tap there. And so you can fill your water bottles outside, inside, whatever you like. Paper towel holder, like I said, from CA Vans. Some under cab task lighting, which gives you a little extra light here, which is super nice. Slam latches, we love those. Some different screens so you can monitor. I like this one the best, just showing you, hey, we got a watt of solar coming in as the sun comes up, what we're using draw wise out of the batteries. We're inverting, we're pulling some AC loads here. If we were plugged into shore power, it'd be popping up there. You can come in here and go through some menus if you want to here. Super easy to turn your inverter on and off here on a switch. And then you can dial in how many amps when you're plugged into shore power. Let's say you're plugged in at your garage. You only have a 15 amp breaker there, plus a long extension cord usually. You don't want to pop your breaker, so you can dial down how many amps you're pulling through the inverter, so you don't pop your breaker in your garage or somewhere else. Or if you're at a campground, you can dial that baby up to 30 amps or whatever they have. We have a 30 amp plug. So anyway, super cool. It's right here, right in your face, easy to use. Thermostat for the S-bar heater, Eberspacher heater, Starlink on, so you don't have to have that on all the time if you don't want to. Just switch that bad boy off. And then yeah, max air fan remote and 110 breakers for all your outlets and your water heater. And then yeah, the Ciroc fan, that thing pivots all different directions to blow air where you need it. Hang some jackets here, whatever you need there. Some more task lighting. And nice, he wanted this nice one big door cabinet. Some nice bloom hinges, some beautiful slam latches. Give you a little view here. Like I said, those seats move, slide back and forth. We have some more 12 volt cigarette and USB-C plugs there for charging. 110 on the side of the galley here. Oh yeah, love this. Just trying to take advantage of all the extra space that we can. Have a little scrubber, dish soap storage. Some nice bamboo drawers. There's your dry flush starter pack. Yeah. That's the cartridge, replacement cartridge. Man, there's your dry flush toilet. If you don't know about those, check them out. We hardwire them in, but it can be removed if you want. And then we have a step to get into bed that can bear the weight. Hop into bed. This thing turned out awesome. Do some dips right here between the countertops. Get your workout in before you eat the donuts. Anyway, yeah, so this table is removable. We have a little cubby right here that the table will store to, and then table leg will snap there as well, so that'll get out of your way completely. Overhead shelf with, this is a Shuxon overhead shelf with their little curtain rod. It's nice to have this light here to be able to see what's going on while you're digging through your shades or whatever else you may have up here. Like I said, these are some Explorer Outfitter shades. Shout out to them. Cool topo design. You can do other colors on the other side if you want. Anyway, fit lots of gear up here. Lots of stuff if you want to. But yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like it? 144. Lots of stuff packed in. Home away from home. Little Medi pack from My Medic that we give to our customers. Oh yeah, this is your lights for your undercab and for the overhead lights. So overhead lights, you want to be able to on off here, on off at entry, on off from your bed. So super nice to have those multiple locations to you know, for convenience to shut your lights on or off. So let's see here. Yeah, the Dometic, like I said, the RTX 2000 just seems to outperform all the air conditioners that we've tried. Pneumatics, we've tried the Velvet, which is a close second. We've tried, yeah, it's just impressive. It's impressive. And then if you do it right, you don't have to have this thing sticking down, you know, bonking your head, so you retain your clearance, if you can kind of see that or not. But yeah, it just performs well and very little draw. So, you know, it's not going to use, if you are using it all the time, we leave our dogs in the van, you know, when they can't be with us, or if we're going to the grocery store, things like that. It's just nice to have that, not have to worry about running out of battery juice. It's efficient, it does its job. And a 144, yeah, keep this thing nice and cool. Zero problems. In a 170 as well. When it's really hot, you have to section off a 170, but anyway, hit me up if you guys have any questions about that, and we can give you our real world kind of experience with the stuff that we use. We use our vans a ton, and so, you know, we can give you some, I feel, some good suggestions. Let me know what you guys think of this beast here. Got another screen here that's zipped out. But yeah, if you can picture yourself sipping on some coffee, enjoying the morning, maybe the dogs or maybe even the kids are running outside in the morning. You know, you got your heater on, keeping you toasty, warm. And yeah, that's what it's all about. Nice spot. Maybe getting ready to mountain bike. Getting ready to maybe get first tracks on the mountain in wintertime. That's what it's all about. That's what we love. So if we can help you build your dream van as simple or as custom as you want, we can help you out. You can always find us at the dealership, emmotorsboise.com. We have a lot of used and sometimes new empty built vans. A lot of it's built these days. Some great deals popping up used if you're on a tighter budget or don't want to spend the money, and then we can get you new and build it ourselves at any level that you'd like. Full custom like this one. And so reach out if you guys have any questions about anything that I've talked about. Something I forgot to talk about, always out of sight, out of mind, is the S&B extended fuel tank. This one has the 47 gallon. So talk about range anxiety. You can just go forever, skip the expensive gas stations through some of the smaller towns. I always try to support them as much as I can, but you don't necessarily have to if you don't want to. But yeah, just the range anxiety, because they are smaller tanks from the factory. So this does have that S&B extended fuel tank, 47 gallon versus the, was it 24 and a half, I think, 26. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, reach out. You can call us at the dealership if you'd like, 208-853-2886. Launchvans.com is our build website. And then, like I mentioned, emmotorsboise.com for the dealership website. But let me know what you think of this beast. Anything that you'd do different? Turned out awesome. Yeah. Can't think of anything else. I'm sure I probably forgot something, so if I did, and you want to ask about it, you can leave them in the comments below or reach out. But appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these. Hopefully this helps with your build decisions, and yeah, gives you some inspiration. We do a lifetime warranty on all our stuff for the original owner, so just stress-free. Customers everything to us, so we want to take care of you for as long as you own our stuff. Anyway, hope everybody has an awesome day, and reach out if we can help in any way. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later.